Don't get worried. Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight, guys. Welcome in the ring, wherever you're joining us from, whether that's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, you're in the upper end of social media, or you're in the suburbs, whether you're in the ghetto, you're in on Facebook, you're on Facebook. Welcome in the ring, and so happy to see so many of you joining us this evening. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. And the comments have already started. Siobhan Fraser, y'all know it. Huh? Samuel Henry and Gwyneth Jones, Brendan Norton, Latoya Morris in the suburbs there on YouTube, Roxanne Odessa, and all of you other guys, Marcus Blue and Marlon Thomas, Norma Jones, Andrea McDowell, Deborah Sharona Lynch, Odwin Wilson, Amanda Kendall, Deborah Sharona Lynch again. Good to see all of you guys there joining us. Quite a few things to talk about. Our hot topics are just about set. The elements there, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. Waiting to get to that magic number, guys. And as you come on, we invite you guys to share the live stream. We want to thank you guys for joining us last evening. We had a very, very good program last night. We had the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Joseph Harmon, Member of Parliament, Kemba Ramjatan, Leader of the Alliance for Change. And also we had Mr. David Hines. He's an executive with the Working People's Alliance. And what a fantastic discussion. I was part of it, and I learned so much about what is happening in our country and the trajectory of our nation. I just want to thank all of those persons who joined us last evening, and all of those persons who took the liberty to share. And I see Deborah Sharona Lynch is agreeing with me as well. And definitely lots of you guys found it interesting. Kim Walker says she's in Kitty and she is in the ring. Raul Brando Ramatar, good to see you there. Raul is joining us on Twitter. He has gone now from Facebook. He now hiding out on Twitter. He ain't like the abusing and the roughing up. You all giving it in the ghetto. So he got on Twitter. Donna Holder, good to see you there. Stacey Anstall and Lily McGarrell, good to see you. Lily, I ain't see you a couple nights, man. I didn't think you borrowed no money from me, so I know why you're running. Sandrine Beard, good to see you as well. Diane Graves, Sandy, and Annabelle Clement. I almost said Seabed. You're strong like that, though. Joel Johnson, Samantha Jilks. Good to see you, Samantha. Zoan Stewart. Zoan, how are you doing? Carly Hendy, Braffett or Braithwaite. Amabel. Good to see you, Amabel. Clement again, Cement. Veronica, how are you doing, Veronica? Onessa. Jackie George. How are you doing, Jackie? Good to see you there. Good to see you, Jackie. Good to have you. Gladys Prasad and Simone Kennedy. Good to see all of you guys. Onessa says good night to all our loving people. I know everybody loving. Gladys Prasad. Gladys, good to see you, girl. I hope they're shooting his abdomen like the other one. Gladys, good to see you. And Gladys says good night, I think. Yep. Pamela Douglas and Felicia Archer. Guys, how are you doing? How was your Tuesday? How was work? I hope nobody locked y'all out of your offices because you ain't got your COVID card. I hope they lock y'all out. Purgatory. So many folks called me today about being locked out. Darwin Norton, were you locked out of your workplace? Patricia Sharp, were you locked out of your workplace? Petal Torn, you got a torn in your side. A torn in their side. John Jones, were you locked out? Candace Narayan. I know they're locking out Candace. Candace won't be having it. Marsha Glasgow, Purgatory. Robin Narayan. Robin, I ain't see you for a little while, man. I ain't think you owe me nothing still. Huh? Robin, I ain't think you owe me nothing still. I ain't think so. Right? But we're gonna be watching that. Robin, to see what is happening there. Deborah Sharona and Amber Thorne and Candace and Horace Thomas, Winston Henry, all the other folks there. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys are sharing the live stream as we come on. You know, a lovely woman met me during the course of the day, and she said, as soon as I start sharing this thing, I realize my internet cut and I pay my bill. So GT&T, whatever y'all doing, we having it. Whatever y'all doing to my fans, to the followers, to the supporters, to the viewers, we ain't having it, GT&T. As well, lots of people say they're not getting the notification anymore when we're coming on. Some kind of sabotage and subterfuge happening here. I mean, we ain't having it. We can look into it. John Jones watching us from New Jersey. John, I wish I was where you are. In New Jersey. Right? Candace said, Duncan, you know the thing, I ain't having it with them. They won't lock me out. Candace will lift up the whole gate, lift up the whole door, everything. Winston Henry, good to see you folks there. Deborah Sharon again, Colin Barker and Roxanne Liverpool. Erwin John Cook is here. Good to see you, Erwin. And I'm waiting for our industrious operator to bring up the hot topic so we can get going. Waiting for the gracious, well-trained to bring up the hot topics there, right? Mabali Thomas, good to see you. Marilyn Thomas, the whole family here. Everybody come out. Satish Prasad, good to see you, Satish. Satish want to know when I plan to use all the GRA. You just tell me, Satish, what happening. And we go whale into them. Rochelle Davis, Cosbert, Andrew Cosbert. Is that C-U-S-S? Cosbert, B-I-R-D. It's C-O-S-B-E-R-T. I'm sure you got teased a lot for that at school. Alexis Muir, Prophet. This lady rich bad. Double Prophet. Alexis Muir, Prophet. Alicia George. So she was a prophet and then she married a prophet. What are the odds of that? Vern Brown, Don Raymond. Good to see all of you folks. Tammy Gibbs. Is it Tammy Gibbs? And then we have my friend Lambert on YouTube. They're good to see you, Lambert. Lambert said good night to all. Freddie Jackson said good night, Mr. Pocatori. Spocatori. Soon as you see this administration coming, you know it's Pocatori. Story and Pocatori. That is what characterizes these guys. Story and Pocatori. All right, so let me make sure. Let me see what's happening at the official end. We are waiting for the gracious back-end folks to bring up the hot topics for us. You see, I want to find out by this evening. I want to get like the PPP. So we're going to be patient. I want to lock them out tomorrow in the shop for work. Jomo Fanfare, what's happening, Jomo? Good to see you there. Jennifer Cox joining us on YouTube. Good to see you, Jenny. Jomo joining us on YouTube as well. Good to see you. You guys are in the suburbs. You guys are in the upper class. Facebook is ghetto. Good to see you guys. Good to see. Hope you all aren't taking no offense, you know. If you live in the ghetto, you live in the ghetto. What do you want me to do about that? If you live in the ghetto, you live in the ghetto. Don't fret about that. Good to see so many of you guys. Good to see you, some of you guys, and we're going to be good to go in just a minute. Vanessa De Silva says, Pocatori. Folks, I went into the city just today. I know you always make out. That's where I saw the woman who told me about check internet. They're fiddling with the woman internet. Make it right, GT&T. Woman says she knows she bill. She lived in Kitty. Big, nice lady. She living in Kitty. Make it right. Right? You're having problems with your internet too, and you're getting the program some places and so on. Chad August, good to see you. Chad said big show last night. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Rita Singh. Rita, good to see you, girl. Good to see you there, Rita. Always happy to have you. Claudette Harry. Ariel Abrams. Marla Ali Cook. Alexis Muriel Prophet. Folks, I don't know. The Prime Minister was on last night talking something about first year anniversary. But people didn't want to listen. We had about 30-something people watching the Prime Minister. I posted that pic on my page, my Facebook page, during the course of the day. And if you're on my page, guys, and you haven't followed that page as yet, share with Avery Duncan on Facebook. Y'all follow it. I know y'all fast. follow it and let's stay up to date with what's happening. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well at Shara Duncan as well, and you got me on Instagram. I just there. I just there. All over. LinkedIn are there. Instagram are there. YouTube are there. The only one I enable with is the other app. That's got the Pocketory. The other app, every place else. Elizabeth Williams Niles, good to see you. Joan Holder, good to see you, Joan. Good to see you, Joan. Sharon, good to see you, Sharon. Sharon. Mark Alman, I ain't seen you for a little while. Mark, I ain't seen you for a little while. Precious Mineral, good to see you as well. And Freddie Jackson, Shane Wayne Jr. Parents can't fancy name the boy. Shane Wayne. Shane Wayne. Neville Bagot, good to see you. Not Bigot, Bagot. Good to see you, Neville. Folks, I see hundreds of you have joined us, and I'm so privileged. Why don't you take the liberty as we try to get our our hot topic set. We have it set. It's to bring it up. That's the challenge. A little technical difficulty this evening. I just happy we didn't have any technical difficulty last night. Bear with us. Folks, let me tell you, this evening I want to hear from some of you. I want to hear from some of you about what has been happening, about your own thoughts of the Ali administration. Maybe we can start there and we can bring in the hot topics. It's Unplugged Tuesday. And so many of you have been calling me. I hope that y'all can call and have your voices heard this evening. Your thoughts about this 1 year, your thoughts about the Pocketory. Right? The first thing on the hot topics this evening is a gunning down in Sophia. A gunning down in Sophia. The first thing on the hot topics. As soon as we have it up there. But the other aspect of our program, and I'm happy that I have the opportunity to tell you early, is to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. So if you guys can call us on WhatsApp, maybe we can take a couple calls now. What are your thoughts about 1 year after this installed illegal regime trying to twist the leader of the opposition hands to call them legal? Nonsense. They're installed. They're installed. Right? And we thought you'd have some spine. When I was going to school, we used to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Well, the words from the opposition, lacerating them. Lacerating them. Oh, you must call me, legal government. Who said so? Who said we have to call you legal government? Y'all don't know who you are? You want us to define you? You don't know who you are, and you will only speak with the opposition on issues of the appointment of the chancellor and so on. And if we say that you guys are illegal, come on, man, get a grip of yourselves. Get a grip of yourselves. Folks, call me via WhatsApp. I see some folks are trying to call. Let me see what challenge I may be having there. Somebody's trying to call. If you don't get me, I try to call you back. That's it. Somebody asking me to unblock them. I don't block people, right? But that being said, let me see if I can take this one. Hello, good evening.
Hello, my friend. How are you, my friend?
I am good.
Happy delayed emancipation, man.
Same to you. Same to you. Talk to us this evening. What's happening at your end?
Oh, my end is pretty good. The government is doing a pretty good job.
All right. If that's how you feel. And I'm happy you have said that, because we always say you don't have to agree with us in the ring. We are mature enough to handle contrary opinions. I disagree with you, but I support your right to say what you have said.
Respect.
All right, sir. Thanks for coming through. A very good evening. You're in the ring, sir. Let's fight. I'm not hearing you at my end. Hold on for me. Hold on for me. Stay on the line. Hello?
Why you guys have a 1 year now since they're in there. And why you have Ethan Ali is suffering from emotionally distress because Harman is not recognizing me as the leader.
He can't get a hold of himself. That's the problem with them. Is a lot of people emotionally distressed there. You think when you get a certain level, you can handle the pressure, but apparently not. Right? And now they want people to label them. Oh, tell me you love me. Oh, tell me you see the star moons in my eyes. Nonsense, you're installed. Hello? All right, we seem to have lost that caller there. Guys, call. We're going to get our... Oh, yes, I think I have it set. Let me see who else comes. So I can take a couple calls. I have my hot topic set. Let me let you know that. But I can take a couple more calls before we get into that. I have it set, but we can take a couple more calls before we get into it. Yep. Emotionally distressed, that is what they... You know, if I had an economy, the kind of economy that they're managing right now, and everything tight and cost of living high, I might have been emotionally distressed too. You'll have to turn down your television. Go right ahead. Or turn down your smart device. Yes, sir.
Hi, Cheryl.
Go right ahead.
You hearing me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
A pleasant good evening to you and your show, sir, and the audience.
Thanks for joining us.
I have a real concern about what is going on in this country here. One of the reasons, what is a concern rather, is the fact that this vaccine, the latest development that the de facto administration has rolled out, stating that if you're not vaccinated, you no longer can work unless you're vaccinated. That is a direct insult, and that is a direct threat upon the constitutional right of the citizens of a country, any country in the world.
Yeah.
You cannot force the vaccine on no one unless that person or persons feel comfortable with such vaccines after doing their research and gaining confidence before they put that in their arms.
Yes.
That is one. Two, the churches of this country here and the denominations of all religious organizations is standing idle by and allow such kind of atrocities to face its people in this land and this country, and they're not saying anything. They're silent and playing patriot.
Mm-hmm.
Another, imagine 1st of August signifies a particular time and an event for the Black and the Afro-Guyanese in this country here, which is known as the Emancipation. Am I correct?
Yep. Yep.
Right.
All right, sir.
What I have discovered yesterday.
Tell us.
Which means yesterday was the date. I mean, Sunday was the holiday. Being Sunday, any holiday fall on Sunday automatically rolls over to the next day for that holiday, which is Monday. Yesterday was the holiday, right? Of its recognition. Now, I don't know if you recall, but I was at home and I turned my television on several stations. All of these television stations had this kind of show to showcase what transpired election day and how the coalition stole the election and all these things. Mr. Sherry Duncan, I find this kind of
unacceptable.
Of great absurdity.
Unacceptable.
It is great absurdity to the highest level.
Yes.
This administration is not recognizing or have any respect for the Black people in this country here. I am saying to all of the media entities, these television stations that had this program up, have collaborated with this administration to place an insult on the people of this country, the Black people of this country here. And I think they should be boycotted. They should not be supported anymore because this is blatant. This is a direct launch and attack of gross disrespect upon the people of Black people in this country here. Because they have many other holidays this country has, that proclaimed holidays of Indo-Guyanese, indigenous, the Portuguese and the Chinese, and none of such I can recall this has happened in the history of our country to show that this kind of behavior, it has never occurred in all these other races holidays. This is blatantly disrespect to the black people in this country here.
Yeah.
It is totally an impasse.
Yeah. I agree with you. Totally.
And I think this is no more time for talking, Mr. Sherrod Duncan. This is no more time for talking in this country. Guyanese need to stand up and fight for what is duly right theirs.
And that is why what started in Buxton over the weekend, on Monday, rather, continues tomorrow on the Square of the Revolution. At least for 1 hour, you can stand up for your rights. 1 hour on the Square of the Revolution if you're at home here in Guyana, especially if you're in Region 4. And even if you're in Region 5, take the time to come and stand there and let them know things not regular. So I agree with everything you've said.
And another thing, what is more frightening and what is more detrimental in our country here, in particular for the youths, the future leaders of the country, you are taking vaccinations that you want to put in the arms of the youth of today, which is the future leaders of tomorrow, and you don't have an authenticity. A lot of people want to call in. Thanks for having me.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Have a blessed day, and you continue the fight.
All right, sir. Thanks very much for coming through. And the very pertinent question has been raised there by my brother. Where the church? Right? Where the church? That's what we want to know. And I'm certain he doesn't only mean the Pentecostal church or the clap hand, but he also means the religious community. Well, I know with the CIOG there. Right? The CIOG think Irfan did everything well. They don't have the foot on the ground. They don't have the foot, neither the ear to the ground. So my brother is absolutely right. Where the church there? That is the question everybody wants to know. Where the church? Right? What are you guys saying? Clearly, the CIOG doesn't think there's a separation between church and state. Clearly, they don't believe there's a separation between church and state. And so they are doing what they have to do. Let me see if I have somebody here. All right, I want to pick this up. Maybe a distance. Let me see. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program. I'm not getting you on the other end where I'd like to get you so everybody can hear. Could I beg you to call us back? Thanks very much. Guys, sorry so much for that. Welcome in the ring. Somebody's there? Go right ahead, sir. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yesterday, I was listening to Irfan Ali with a press conference.
He talk a set of tribe. Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I was listening to him yesterday when he's been with a press conference with the media. Now, he said that if you practice racism in your country, you are an enemy to your country. Good. Now, did he understand what he's saying to himself?
Well, he went IFROT, you know, so I don't think he understands. He went IFROT University. That's where he got the foundation.
Because when I listen to him, now the government knock off a whole set of black people. He also trampling on the police promotion.
Oh, yes.
Also, he emphasizing to force people to take the vaccine. Is he an enemy to this country? So
no, they care for us. We care because we care. We locking y'all out of the ministries, locking y'all out of the maritime department, locking y'all out of education ministry, locking y'all out of housing, because we care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want him to understand of himself what he said. If he understand what he has said,
oh yes,
that he's the enemy to this country.
Oh yes.
So thank you.
Thanks for coming through, sir. And this, thanks. This reminds me of a farmer that called me from Region 9. And the man said they ain't getting the money in Region 9. Only some people getting it. That's what he said. Only some people getting the money. They got their own specialists, and these could be PPP supporters. Supporters of PPP called me from Region 6 and said, we name not on the list. Our name not on the list. Hello? That's what they're saying. Our name not on the list. I'm not getting some of these calls where I want them. Guys, apologies there. The name not on the list. Apologies there. Right? And we want to know what is happening, what is transpiring, what is going down. All right, I'm losing some of the calls. Guys, just keep trying. Once you don't get through, keep trying. Some of them are showing up and some of them aren't. Apologies. Right? And I told you, you don't have to agree with us. You ain't got nobody who disagree with us out there to call us. Where the trenches there? Where the trenches? The people say they are not getting the relief. Whether it is COVID, whether it is what, they are not getting the relief. Hello? We're being inundated, folks. We're being inundated. Let me see if we get some other folks in. All right? Come through.
Hi, Sharon.
A very good evening. Talk to me.
Good evening. The church is waiting for the big tithes and the offering. They don't have time to go on the street and protest against what's going on and speak the truth. They're waiting for the big money and the big tithes and big offering.
Well, you have said that. Yep. All right, ma'am. Thank you. Is it true, church? Waiting on the big tithes and the big offerings? Go right ahead. A very good evening. Welcome in the ring.
Pleasant good night.
Pleasant good night to you, sir.
Dularie feel enough is enough, and it's time. Time we take it.
All right, sir. Enough is enough, and it's time we take the streets. That is what we did in Buxton. Enough is enough. Right? Enough is enough. That is what we said there. It continues tomorrow in the Square of the Revolutions from 12 o'clock. Turn out, people. Turn out. It continues. Turn out. Looking forward to hearing from some more of you. Again, the hot topics, but if you guys wanna keep going, we are going. That's what it's about. It's about you. Always about you. Right? So we're gonna keep going. Great to hear from so many of you. Sometimes you gotta unplug on them, you know. Right? Because as I said over the weekend, they take your quietude for support. We are a peaceful people. Struggling, we struggle and we don't look for trouble. All your acts are wrong. But when these jagabats step in, oh God, no. We're gonna think for some of them. You're live. Welcome in the ring.
Good evening, sure. Are you hearing me well?
I'm hearing you, ma'am. Talk your mind. Unplug.
I just said what I want to know with these, I would say, silly people. You're making policies. How practicable are they? I have to call to make an appointment. Let's say I have a medical emergency. I have to call the hospital to book an appointment to be treated. Does that make sense? And then we're saying that teachers are like the virus itself. Unvaccinated persons are like the virus itself. Which is very disrespectful. The question that I have as it relates to teachers is, if you want to bully teachers to be vaccinated, then you're asking them to vaccinate, then go into the classroom to be exposed to a class filled with unvaccinated students. So is that making any sense?
Exactly. Exactly.
Teachers are to say now that I'm vaccinated and I don't want any unvaccinated students in my class, then what will happen? Because we know children are not immune and exempt from COVID-19. As a matter of fact, they themselves, the administration themselves, said that they saw quite a few cases of children and they were very concerned and alarmed. And sure, I don't know if the public is aware, but there are a lot of children in the system that have COVID-19, and the ministry is trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
There are a lot of schools that found cases, and all they did is close down the schools for a week, sanitize, and then they went back and they tried to keep it hush-hush. The teachers were mandated not to say anything and to keep it on the wrap. You know, it is ridiculous. You're asking teachers to put their lives at risk, vaccinated or no, and you're telling them to go back into the classroom, but it's full of hypocrisy. Because just the other day, they wanted teachers to go back to the school to work with students, and they weren't likened to the virus. We weren't deadly then. We were okay to go and do the work. Now, the preparation for the exams is no longer needed. Now, teachers are deadly like the virus. I find that the president's statements are irresponsible. And I think that he does not utilize the function of his brain before he allows words to come out of his mouth.
But the fellow went to IFLOT. The fellow went to IFLOT University, so you have to expect it. It's purgatory, and you've made that point so crystal clear. When it was exams, come and teach the children. You have a responsibility, But now that the worst for you all over, it's something totally different. It's hear 'em, scare 'em. There is no coherent policy. Go right ahead.
The other question I have, and I deal practical, I deal real. The other question I have is that if you want to open schools, you have to open under COVID-19 guidelines, right? Fine. Now, in order to facilitate that, you have to have a minimum of 15 students per room. Let's say you have a class, let's say 7A, and that class has 30 students. That means you have to have 2 rooms to facilitate that one class. Does the school have the capacity for double the rooms needed for these classrooms? And do they have sufficient teachers? There are departments that have 1 or 2 teachers running that entire department. Let's say you have a home economics department, and you have 2 teachers assigned to that department for that entire school. How are you splitting those 2 teachers teach the entire school?
Exactly.
When you have additional class. So if you had a school that had 20 rooms filled with students, now you have to have 40 rooms because those classes will be split in order to follow the COVID-19 guidelines. I am not seeing any infrastructure being done. I'm not seeing any expansion to the schools. I'm not seeing any employment of additional teachers to offset the additional work. If you want to tell the that are unvaccinated to stay home, then what are you doing? Putting pressure on the teachers that are vaccinated, because then they will have to get the work done if the others have to stay home.
You're asking questions that intelligent, rational people would ask. But these guys don't do that kind of deep thinking analysis. It's just open back school. Without thinking about the space, it is get fully vaccinated or else. When your jagabats don't even have the second dose for people.
When the students leave school and they go on the line on the park and they not social distancing and they hugging up and they ganging up and so on, then they contract the virus. They come to the school to give it to the teachers that you forced to be vaccinated. And then at the end of the day, that doesn't stop the teacher. This is the thing that irritates me. The vaccine does not stop you from contracting or spreading the virus. That's one. And then 2, you have persons who are asymptomatic, might be vaccinated, carrying the virus and giving it to others.
Correct.
So how can you tell me unvaccinated persons are deadly like the virus and all of us can still contract it and all of us can still spread it? What nonsense is that?
And you know the other hypocrisy? I'm happy you were speaking about the education. You know the other hypocrisy is that they're accepting people into this country, I have seen, with single dose. Foreigners, you can come with single dose, right? But you can't teach.
The vaccines have not even been approved. They are for emergency use. If I take the vaccine, something happens to me, I have nothing to get. My family has nothing to get. If I'm to die, God forbid.
You're gone as a guinea pig.
It's experimental at this point. So you cannot mandate persons to take a drug that is in an experimental stage. What nonsense is that? But the thing that is irritating you, the citizens of this country, is that we step back and we allow these people to trample on our rights and we do nothing to fight back. We sit there and we do nothing. All we do, we're keyboard bullies. We type
Yep.
and we without
Yep.
person. And when the time comes, I have been following the program, I've been following the politics. And everybody comes and they say, oh, we need to hit the street. It's
Yep.
time to stop talking.
Yep.
And now we have protests going on. Where are these
Yep.
same people?
Yep. With the street
Where are
haters.
you? Where are you every Wednesday that telling the police you guys are not doing anything?
Yeah.
You're just talking. You need to shut down the country.
I happy you
How can
said
we
it.
shut down the country without boots on the ground?
Yep. I happy you said it. I happy you said it. I want to thank you, my sister. Yep.
We're taking the step behind our devices and type. We need to get our asses out on the street
Yes.
and let these people know that we are in charge of the country, not them because they're sitting in that office.
Yes.
We are the people that are in charge of the country. The power is in the hands of the people. And
Correct.
we're looking at, oh, I can't lose my job. I don't want to get fired. If 100 of us are employed and 100 of us stand up, then you think they can knock off 100 of us? No. If they do that, then the entire place has to shut down. They won't
Yep.
run that risk.
Yep.
But
Thank you, my
because
sister.
most of us
Yep.
are afraid, a few
Yep.
of us stand up
Yep.
and then we victimize.
Yep. Fantastic. I love that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love what my sister says. Get your asses on the streets. It's nonsense. There's a time to be Facebook activist and it's a time to get on the streets. Y'all won't call me a hypocrite if I talking about protests and I ain't there in Buxton and I ain't up on the square and only telling you must come out. Well, let's turn that back at you. Oh, what y'all doing? When y'all going out there? Well, we out there. In case you haven't seen, we out there. We out there. We're going to take a couple more calls, guys. Right? This seems as though the way it's pocketary. They're shutting down the people. Maritime Administration, the couple that I saw during the course of the day, Ministry Education, as my sister articulated there. You want us when it's time for exams and so on. Come as you are. But now there's a lull in the agenda of the education ministry. Oh, go get vaccinated or no pay. Then the Maritime Administration Department sent home, they said 98% of the staff. People don't trust y'all. That is the problem. That is the fundamental problem. If there's a high degree, and all the report says there's a high degree of vaccine hesitancy across the country, it's not just Region 10 and Region 4. They say across the country, it's because people don't trust y'all because y'all are illegal. That's the problem. Right? I see some folks trying to call. All I'm seeing here is missed call. I'm not seeing. Right? I'm going to take some more calls. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you because you understand the state of the nation 1 year after because you guys are on the ground. You guys are on the ground. So you understand the state of the nation. All right, y'all call me. Let me see what's happening here. Guys, hold on for me. I'm just seeing the missed calls. I don't know why. All I'm getting are the missed calls. But I want to hear from you guys. Hold on for me, guys. Hold on for me. And while you're at this, let's share the live stream. Let us share the live stream. Right? What we can take via that, let me see if I can take some calls via outside of WhatsApp. Something is happening. I don't seem to be able to even call back folks through WhatsApp. I don't know why is that, but I'd love to hear from some of you. Right? Share the live stream, guys. Share. This is programmed to share. This is your voices. There's no makeup thing. They make up a set of quotation and circling around everybody, think everything nice. Right? Why the hell of the CIO, she didn't come out and do a press conference? Huh? Sit down before some reporters and talk the tripe that you talk. That is what you should have done. Oh, you hide behind a press statement. And you go and call a press conference with reporters and let them put questions to you, how you arrive at the conclusions you have arrived at. That's why I said lastly, for you who are watching, Mr. Muin Ulhak, seemed to have been watching a different movie than Stabrook News. Because I went through Stabrook News thing for you last evening. Guys, bear with me. Something is happening at my back end here, and I don't know why I haven't been able to get the some of these calls to come through. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll tell you when's a good time. Give me a second. All right. All right. Go right ahead. Let me see if I can take some more. Call ordinarily. Leave out WhatsApp. If you can call directly on the cell number outside of WhatsApp. Let me see this one. If I get this one. Let me see what's happening here. Hello? Hold for me. I'm really trying here to get. I want to hear the audio. Hold on. I don't feel because we're swamped. Guys, bear with me. I really want to get the calls. Don't think it's the calls backing me. Yeah, but I'm not getting you on the system. I'm hearing you via the phone. Sorry about that. Guys, I don't know what's happening at our end here, but I want to hear from you. I'm even trying to call back some folks, and it's not allowing me to do that. Let me make sure I got enough power. Hang up for me, folks, and try me in another minute or two. Good to have so many of you with us. Nonetheless, people are exactly right. Now, you ain't gonna see some of these comments here in Stabrook News. You ain't gonna see some of these comments at all in the Guyana Times, and definitely you aren't going to see these comments in the Guyana Chronicle. Right? You aren't going to see them. Guys, believe me when I say I'm trying to get some of you back. All right, let me see if guys, bear with me. I am trying to get all right, guys, I'm going to put a link in. Let me try that route. That's the challenge that we have. Some pocketry happening. Everything is going nice, and soon as people start slamming these bastards, now all kinds of things happening. Yeah? How is that? Right? How is that? How is that? I'm trying all kinds of things to keep the calls going. I don't know what is the challenge we're having at the back end, but apologies there, guys. How is that? In the meantime, if you haven't had a chance to share the live stream as well, please do that for us. As soon as I put up the pocketry sign, it's pocketry, right? Well, there's not pocketry, it's jagabats. It's a whole set of jagabats. So apologies there, guys. I don't know what is happening. I'm gonna try to sign out of this app and sign back in and see if that may have solved one or two of our problems. But share the live stream in the meantime, and we are going to continue with the program. I really want to take some of the calls, but the damn thing is just not going through. Bear with me. Let me try to sign in back into WhatsApp and see if that may help. Guys, just give me a second. Everybody trying to call, and I love that. Guys, bear with me. I want to take a call, but you're not going to be heard right now if I don't adjust this thing. So give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get back into the app. Forgive me. It's the jagabats. You think we don't know they're trying all kinds of skullduggery? Huh? All kinds of skullduggery they're trying. I have my brother Randolph Critchlow with me from the Afternoon Rush. Randy, welcome.
Hi, Sharon.
Talk to us.
You know, I was trying to call in just now, but I too was part of the it seemed as though everybody wants to call in.
Right ahead, Randy.
Yeah. You know what I wanted to? I listened to the caller that was on just now, and she was right on so many levels about what is happening. This afternoon I spoke about our freedoms that are being taken from us.
Yeah.
Right. Those civil liberties, those freedom to choose. And what is particularly interesting, Sherrod, is one memo that came from Region 4. I don't know if you spoke about it on your show earlier.
No, not as yet.
Right.
We haven't touched hot topics. Right.
But the memo came from the office of the regional health officer, and it's a directive to all those healthcare workers in Region 4 that says, look, you have to go get vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, you have to produce a PCR test, a negative PCR test 3 times a day. Sorry, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Not 3 times a day, 3 times a week. But what is interesting about that, Sharon, is that the last paragraph instructs those healthcare workers to go to private institution to do the test. So they must not go to the public, the Ministry of Health, where they can get it free. The state-run place where you pay taxes so you can get these services, but they're forcing them to go and pay for this thing for three times a week. Can you believe such a thing is happening?
Money got to make.
That is what irritates me. It's as if you're inadvertently saying to these people, we will hit you in your pocket if you don't want to go and take this vaccine. We will ensure that we pressure you to get the vaccine. And today, Sharon, I saw many persons at the vaccination stations because people want to be able to access health care. People want to be able to access government services. What will happen to the pensioners? What will happen to those teachers? Yeah. Will those persons get their year-end increase if they're not vaccinated? What sort of country we living in? What sort of world we living in?
It's only left for the building concentration camps,
I don't understand what's happening.
The concentration camps.
Jerry, you know how many persons called me in fear? Like, this is my choice. I just got this baby. I don't want to take this vaccine, and I don't know how it will affect my lactating child. I don't know what it will do in terms of my health issue. They're asking, so what am I supposed to do if I show up to work and my employer says, look, you have to do this? People's livelihood are at stake. And this is a serious matter. And I'm saying to people, if this doesn't make you want to make your voices heard against this fraudulent regime, nothing will. Because they're taking away your freedom. They're taking away your liberty, your choice.
Yep.
And I don't understand how is it that we have gotten to this place in this world. This is not, and I'm not even speaking about Guyana here. We've gotten to a place in the world where, people's freedom of choice is no more. What is happening, Charlie? Maybe you can explain to me what's happening. I may be a madman. I may be crazy.
Of our democracy. Yep.
Right?
Perfectly in order.
I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things differently every day. And again, these are my opinions. It's not the opinion of any party or anything. This is Randolph Critchlow's opinion. I believe that the changing or the evolving information we're getting on the vaccine every day. Last news report tell you that the vaccinated people are being infected at similar rates. They're spreading the virus at similar rates. So why is it that these workplaces are not testing the vaccinated people also? That's my question. If the vaccinated people can infect you and they can contract the virus anyhow, then everybody should have to take this PCR test 3 times a week according to the Ministry of Health. Region 4.
Yep.
It is madness, Sharon. Madness.
Yep. Well, I haven't seen some ministers take it. Maybe they did it privately. The government has never come out to say all of the ministers have taken the vaccine. I would like to know that. I would like to know if there are ministers who have refused to take the vaccine. I know Frank took a long time to take it. He didn't make up his mind, and he said it very publicly. He's not certain.
Yeah.
And then when the hypocrisy started to register on him, he took it.
Yeah.
At least according to them. But they have not told us whether all ministers, installed ministers, have taken this vaccine. And we want to know.
I am in shock at what is happening. You know, people. It's going to be an interesting period, Sherry. This next month in this country is going to determine a lot. I said to persons that, like how we mark the 2nd of August as the day that when democracy was stolen in this country, the 3rd of August will go down as the day when your freedoms were stolen, your liberties were stolen, your right to choice was stolen in this country, because that was the day when the government decided, you know what, I'm going to flip the switch. On June the 6th, Sheriff, the Minister of Labor came out and said, well, the policy is that this thing is voluntary. In a couple of months, the government do a backflip, a twist around and turn around and say, you know what? All right, it's mandatory basically. We're not going to say it's mandatory, but we're going to pressure you. We're going to tell you go home and you're not going to pay until you get vaccinated. What is going to, in this day and age, in this time, Sherrod, when times hard, you know, you said things tight.
Yep. It's tight.
Things tight. You're sending people home. When the vaccinated people in the office could catch COVID too, and they could spread it. You're sending the unvaccinated home. Already you don't know what's going on.
Randy, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I wanted to bring light, Sherrod, on what is happening in Region 4. I know you have your calls coming in, but it is a real serious issue, and this is something
and I'm very happy you made those interventions there, because the people must know what is happening. And I'm happy if I missed anything, you fill the gaps. Thank you very much, sir.
Great.
And I'm watching the program. Tell me, guys, I want to take a couple more questions. I don't know what's happening, Randy. Some people telling me they're calling some names who might be titivating with things on the back end.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I won't believe them.
And Sherrod, in the coming days, we've been investigating the medication being used at the COVID hospital. Persons have reported that the medication that was recommended by the WHO and other health organizations, they have substituted that with something else. One of the PvP cronies who will remain unnamed at this time would have started supplying them with a substitute, which has not been approved. So the actual medication which is approved, I know if it's too expensive or somebody saving some money, but we are investigating those allegations of people who are speaking out about what is happening there at the COVID hospital. So you'll hear more of that in coming days.
Excellent, Randy. Thanks very, very much. Thanks so much, Randy. Guys, I'm still trying to take some calls. Bear everything that Randy has said in mind, right? Because it has bearing on what has been happening recently.
Yeah.
Right? Thanks so much. I'm trying everything we know at the back end here, but we don't seem to be getting back the connection. I don't know what is happening. But WhatsApp make it right. Right? We using Blaze and some expensive Blaze. Make it right, GT&T.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Randy.
All right, cool, man. Enjoy.
Great. All right, guys, there you have it. Let me see again. I see another call coming in. Will this one go through? No, that one is dropped as well. I feel like I'm working with the old GT&T dropped calls. You gotta go down to Tongue, where you used to have GT&T down by the bank down there. You go downstairs and you place a call and you wait for a number. I don't feel like I'm operating in the technological age at all. I don't feel so. Right? And I apologize for that, because I don't know. I'm trying everything we can here. Right? And I really want to thank Randy for coming through and let us know what is happening there in Region 4, because we want you guys to have the credible information. When Randy's on in the afternoon rush, and in the evening programs here, the ones to follow as well, we want the credible information. Guys, I don't know what they're doing to us tonight. All right? I am pressing to talk, and as soon as I press talk, the call dropping. Right? So the OB are fighting us. So who can pray? The OB are fighting us. Let me see if I can take this. Good evening.
Hi, Sherry, once again.
Yes, sir.
I know you're very bright. You're very bright enough to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Maritime Department is an associate or is an arm to the Army, the military department?
It may be. It may or may not. I'm not certain. I don't want to give myself liberty
Well,
there.
my common sense, you see, I didn't be to university, but my common initiative can tell me the Maritime Department or the Maritime Organization and the military in all of the I don't know what term they use, military-wise,
Mm-hmm.
they're all military organizations.
Mm-hmm.
They represent the territorial integrity of our country
Mm-hmm.
maritimely,
Yes.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is the point I'm trying to get to.
The borders open.
Yes,
Oh, they open.
if you are going to dismiss
Mm-hmm.
staff who do not take the vaccine, it means that you are leaving our border,
Porous.
our territorial integrity,
Yep.
very, very weak and
Well, my
vulnerable.
brother didn't care about that because in Irfan's big speech yesterday, I don't know how long it was on social media, wherever the hell he had it, but there were 2 paragraphs there to the maritime, to our territorial integrity. There were 2 paragraphs dedicated to our territorial integrity. So they didn't care about that. You remember the boat? They're still looking for the boat with the dead people with no engine sailing.
But Mr. Sherrill,
Yes, sir.
I understand the minister or some department is responsible for the military. But then again, the military, head of the military, has a role to play in safeguarding his staff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he alone cannot operate that institution.
Mm-hmm.
He is depending upon the staff
Mm-hmm.
to run that and operate that institution
Mm-hmm.
by giving a command, his command. And
Yeah.
he has to let the authorities know that this is making the country vulnerable.
Yeah,
And it's
these
putting
guys
the
have
country-
become yes men. You see, Annette Ferguson said one thing about when he filed lawsuit. He feelings hurt. They're not soldiers. They're a force, not the army. That's what they said.
This is a subtle fear, Cheryl.
Yeah.
We
Decadence
are
and
in a
decay.
dire strait. We are in a dire
Yeah.
crisis.
Yep.
This is leaving Guyana exposed to our enemies.
Yep. But I hope when we expose the day gonna knock first. I hope so. Thank you, my brother. Let me get some other folks in. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot,
Folks,
Sharon.
the
Thanks a lot.
ordinary call seems to be working. Don't call WhatsApp. Or don't call WhatsApp. You can use the flambeau. Call ordinary on the same phone number. Call ordinary. That seems to be working. That seems to be working. That's what this gentleman came through on. The ordinary call, that one seems to be working. Not call on WhatsApp. Right? Don't call on WhatsApp. Call ordinarily on the ordinary phone. Folks, you have to listen. Right? Don't call on WhatsApp. Call the same cell phone number, but call ordinarily. Right? Might as well I didn't say that because they're hearing. Right? They're not hearing. Guys, thanks to my brother for what he said. If you now send home people from the Maritime Department, what are you saying? What are you saying? You see people who are listening getting through. You're in the ring.
Good night. Now I listen to all the callers. Anyway, the teacher that's calling, and she was talking about the vaccines and the various things. One thing she forget to say is that these same teachers who are talking about the social distancing in my village, they have teachers who got little places, they ain't got social distance. And they keeping lessons in their home with children. They ain't studying COVID-19. Then the next thing.
They got to give an account for that, yes.
Yeah. I hope tomorrow she will be on the protest because lots of them are talking about the protest. Last week Wednesday was the second Wednesday I went there. I traveled all the way from Denham to get there to protest. Let us see how many more persons will be joining the protest tomorrow because I will be there.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Those people who got protest by the house, lessons by the house, and you got social distancing, you have to give an account for that. You have to give an account for that, right? Folks, don't call via WhatsApp. Use just call ordinarily. Same cell phone number. That seems to be working. Not WhatsApp. Just call his cell phone number ordinarily. Let me see if we can get this one, maybe. Nope. You're in the ring. Talk to me.
Good night, Mr. Duncan.
Good night, sir. What's up?
What I call for find out is what the AP and UAFC can do for the workers them that getting sent home who is taking this COVID thing. I would like to get a little clarity on that.
We will take the damn government to court. That's where we're heading. And GPSU already signaled that. The workers cannot be held under duress for taking the vaccine. And I think they're giving the government some space before we shut the whole flipping thing down. I think that's where we're heading. So that is what we are going to do.
The taxi drivers and the minibus drivers, everybody waiting to know what the AP and UFC will do.
It's good. Good. That is where we're heading. I'm telling you that. That is where we're heading. To shut the whole damn thing down.
I would like to see all them who complaining tonight. I know some of them voice I can walk and ask them a question to know if they come out there tomorrow or come a notebook to come out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome.
Don't only talk. We got to go out. That is what the people saying. We have to go out. We have to move past the talking stage and we have to go out. Folks, you want to make a contribution? Whatever the contribution, no people are not opposed me to call and say, Duncan, you're talking nonsense. Oh, 1 and 2, you get through now. Just call the number ordinary. Let me put it back. 627-6963. Not via WhatsApp. The ordinary call seems to be coming through. Right? The ordinary call seems to be coming through. So GTT probably hooked me back up. The ordinary call seems to be coming through. So GTT number, for those of you who might be interested in that sometime. Things are tight. You got to call GTT to GTT. People don't love you so much to call Digicel to GTT. Things tight. So it's a GTT number. Right? Call directly outside of WhatsApp. That seems to be working this evening. Usually both methods work, but I don't know what's happening today. I don't know. Is it trenches, the jagabats, the kavakamites, the nakavakamites, the hippocytes, the hypocrites. Right? The hypocrites. Nope. Via WhatsApp isn't working. My apologies. As soon as I press talk, the call is dropping. Now that I don't want to put it through, believe me, soon as I press talk, the call is dropping. Cost of living is going up and the call is dropping. Folks, perhaps we are at that hour. I didn't even get a chance to touch the hot topics. Let me tell you some of the things we wanted to touch on. This young fella, Jalil, is it Liao? Jalil Liao, who was gunned down in Sophia. We wanted to touch on that, on the fact that you have these lockouts at Ministry of Education and Central Housing and Planning and other places. We touched a little bit about that. A very good evening. You're on. You're in the ring. A very good evening. Good. A very good evening. Hello?
Yes, good night.
Great day, sir.
Yes, they built a minibus and the taxi driver them supposed to go and drive some coffee and park for 1 hour to show the government how serious it is.
Tomorrow. Good. Shut down the minibus is shutting down tomorrow, people. They said they're going on coffee. The minibus said they're shutting down tomorrow. They're going on coffee. All right. It's a start. Line's still open. I'm going to be a bit in overtime this evening, but we want to hear from you guys. You can call direct. All right. All right. I see somebody give me some advice. Maybe I need to upgrade my WhatsApp. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you got to upgrade. It's only this government is the same old PPP. They want to upgrade. Everybody trying to upgrade, but not them. It's the same old used tires we got. Ramsamy. Ramsamy. Westford. Teixeira. Priya. All used tires. Kwame McCall. All used tires. That's all we got. Good. We were to touch on City Hall. And what's going on there? They installed Candace Nelson. They had a protest against her today. Against Candace Nelson. Lost that call again. Same thing. Right? Public Works issue a statement through Indar saying they ain't pay no taxes. They know the owe City Hall taxes. It's not they know the owe City Hall taxes. You know the man said they ain't paying City Hall. Didn't get a chance to touch on that. Right? Some strange beings. A very good evening, sir. I might need to turn down your smartphone or whatever you're listening to us on. Go right ahead, though. Make a contribution. Hello? All right, we seem to have lost him there. And then Church's Chicken responded to the folks in Linden talking about the prices going up. And they said the price going up because the cost of living going up. I wanted to touch on that. Perhaps we get a chance to do it tomorrow evening. And some other issues there. Purgatory, people. Purgatory. Right? That being said, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening. We've gone a little bit into our overtime there. But I really want to thank those of you who would have called. I can't take the calls via WhatsApp. It's not going through, folks. I'm very, very sorry. I want to bring you all on, but it's just not going through for whatever reason. But I want to thank all of you who called this evening for sharing the live stream and for making a contribution, folks. It's not about APNU AFC, you know. Right? You unplug and we and all. If you want unplug and we. If you feel we're doing nonsense, unplug and we. Right? But I know some people got to stay in the shadows and make their contribution as well. Lots of the PPP supporters call me and say, Duncan, here's what happening. This ministry, here what happening in Region 6. Here what happening in Region 2. Purgatory. Purgatory. We understand that. But those of you who can come to the front and make your voices heard, boots on the ground, like tomorrow, 12 to 1, Square the Revolution, do so. Do so. Do so. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to sanitize. Continue to social distance. Right? And continue to practice all of the other COVID-19 protocols that are in place for your health and your safety, that of your friends and your loved ones as well. We want each and every one of you to be here with us a long, long time. So, guys, thanks again for joining the live stream. We didn't intend for the program to go this way, but we're happy it did because you is what makes the difference, right? In the ring is only what it is because of you. That is why the fear in the ring, because they see hundreds and thousands of you showing up. I'm certain if I check it now, about 30,000 persons would have viewed our program last night. Well, 36, the viewing Mark Phillips, right? 36, the viewing Mark Phillips. And then people want to tell me that they'll install. Where are the people that vote for them? Where are the people that vote for them? They want to tell us and convince us they are not installed. Right? And where are the people, all of the people who voted for them? If there is only 36 people vote for Mark Phillips and he's prime minister, something wrong with that GCOM. Folks, before you go, I still see hundreds of you on the live stream. I invite you guys. I know some of you sitting in your sleep. Share the live stream. Share the live stream. Hundreds of you stay with it. You mean it's only 36 people vote for Mark Phillips and he's prime minister? How much vote for Irfan Forte? Nobody cares about them. Nobody concerns about what they say. They don't inspire anybody because they are crosses. Because every day under them is purgatory. Because they're hypocrites. And a damn plague to this country. And we're going to get rid of all of them. See you guys tomorrow on the square. There are hundreds of you who are here. Guys, if you haven't shared the live stream as well, we invite you to do so. What is your mood tonight? I want to see those emojis before we go. I want to see those emojis. We got a couple minutes here. If you call us on the ordinary cell phone number, not via WhatsApp, I can put you through. If you call us on the ordinary telephone number, I can still put you through. I can hold for a couple minutes. What is your mood tonight? You're vexed with them? I want to see that angry emoji. Right? You're in disbelief? Wow! I want to see that. Right? You got a dirty laugh? I want to see that. Right? You care about what's happening? I want to see the emoji. You like what's happening? I want to see that. And those of you who can share the live stream, share it because you want the message to get out. What you say will never get in print because they don't like what you say. But the people in the country, in the diaspora, are going to hear you. You're in the ring. In the nick of time.
Mr. Duncan,
go right ahead.
I enjoy the show tonight, but I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me,
I'm calling from overseas. Guyanese need to stand up now. We need to shut the freaking country down. That's what we need to do. Shut the country down. If you don't stand up for something, you're going to fall for anything. You got to shut the country down. You understand?
Yeah,
you have to shut the country down.
Yep.
You can't continue in a country like this.
Yep.
Guyana going back maybe 175 years back.
Yep.
We going back to Dank and Jakarta. We gotta shut the country down. That's the only way things gonna get better. We have to shut the country down. In order better to come, sometimes blood gotta shed. But I mean not in a bad way. I'm just using a term.
As a metaphor. Blood shedding as a metaphor.
Down.
Struggle. Yeah.
Yes, correct. As a metaphor. You have to shut the country down. If we cannot continue like this, next year gonna come 2 years from now, gonna be the same damn thing.
Yep.
You gotta shut the country down. Anyway, so you have a good night.
You too as well, my brother. Thanks for coming through there. I can hold for another call or two. Once you call on the ordinary line, it's gonna come through. But if you try otherwise, you can get some trouble there. You can get some kickback. The call is gonna drop. Guys, I see hundreds of you still with us. Share the live stream. Right? I want the message, your voices to get out there. Share it in the groups. I know lots of you are in diaspora group and this group and that group and all kinds of groups. Share it on WhatsApp. Take the link and share it to WhatsApp. I want your voices to be heard. Right? And that is my role. I understand my role, you know. I am not like Ali saying, people, please tell me X, Y, or Z. Right? I help to amplify your voices. I don't even want my own voice to be heard some days. I want to amplify your voices. Like this voice, for instance. You're in the ring.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, my brother. Talk the things.
Well, we got some serious problems here, sir.
Yeah, my brother.
Tomorrow we got to come out.
Yeah.
We bus drivers and we got to come out tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
Right, the place I'm going to shut down tomorrow.
That's right.
So, you walking over.
All right, sir. That's right.
The prison door. Okay,
that's
then.
right. Good. Gotta come out. Guys, if you know you're going to be affected, maybe don't travel between that hour. You hear the people say they're going to be out on the square. You come on the square too for the hour. And when you're done, jump in the bus and go about your business. Jump in the bus and go about your business. Right? Looking forward still to so many of you who haven't shared the live stream as yes, using the opportunities to share. Don't let me looking like Phillips, you know, tin. I know you want to be there. Got me looking like Phillips out there, tin. I invite you guys to share the live stream. Thanks for joining us once more. And with that, we bid you guys a very good night. Good. A very good night. And do what you got to do. See you guys tomorrow in the Square of the Revolution from 12 to 1. Be there, folks. Be there. Share the live stream. In y'all dreams, in y'all sleep. Right? When you're whispering in your lover ears, you must say, share the live stream. Share the live stream, baby. Share the live stream. Honey, Huzzy, share the live stream. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Stay safe.